Hey everyone, it's Tiffany and Phil from the Wish You Were Beer Show. So we're here in Florida, and we just brewed a beer today, actually.
Did we?
Yeah,
Is that what we did today?
And you may notice that we are missing a very key individual of this show, and many of you know that when we do a brew day, we get some free beverages.
Yes, so
in
we
the
start
process.
Early. Yeah.
Yeah, we started a little early, and
so today we arrived at Tripping Animals at 9:45 this morning.
We said, "Hey, it's Tiffany, Daniel, Phil," and they're like, "Cool." I'm like, "One."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Do you want a beer?" And we all said yes.
And apparently only Tiffany and I survived that process.
Phil almost didn't make it either.
I'm very close, but I'm here.
Yeah.
I take this very seriously.
So here we are.
So we've had a great day in Miami. I mean, it was a fun day.
It was a fun day.
It's been a long day. We were at Tripping Animals,
and we woke up at like
6:30,
7 o'clock-ish. And
yeah.
Usually that's normal time, if not a little late for us. But there's a lot of drinking.
Sure. But to catch everyone up, we're the Wish You Were Beer Show. Follow us on the social media. This is what Daniel normally does.
Right. Okay, sorry. Let's start over.
It's throwing us off.
So we are the Wish You Were Beer Show. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, thank you so much.
Yep.
We do have a website. It is thewishyourbeershow.com. And we have everything.
Of course, Gabriel. He's so effing ready for this.
Yeah, well, good luck out there, bud.
Good luck, Gabriel. Thank you for joining the show once again. We're
Thank you
super
for being
excited.
one of our true fans who put up with
and
this
also
bullshit.
Dave from Beer in Front. He loves an Italian Pilsner. Well, get ready, Dave.
We are doing
We're apparently drinking one tonight.
We will be.
So it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah.
Continue with the socials.
Yes. So on our website, you actually get links to all of our different social medias. We are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are on Facebook.
We're about to blow up on TikTok.
We'll see. I don't know if you noticed our shirts.
I don't know if you've seen this, but Emmanuel, don't do it. There's a reason that we got these shirts today, and we're pretty thrilled about it because
thanks Taylor and Christian.
Oh my gosh, they were so great.
Yeah.
And we do have a clip. We're gonna post it here before we post it on our TikTok.
Right. So
and I think things are gonna blow up on our TikTok.
Stay tuned.
After we post that.
Sneak peek coming up.
Is it coming up? How long are we waiting?
I don't know.
Am I waiting?
Let's give it a minute.
All right, I'll wait a minute. All right.
Okay, so back to our website. You can.
God, I'm so excited.
Get to all of
our. We're not showing it yet. Okay, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. We're cool. I'm so excited. All right.
This is gonna be a great show.
Social.
We are 4 minutes.
We've got a TikTok.
Yes.
Which we're gonna give you a preview of what's about to be posted, but that's not what we're here for.
But if your grandparents are on Facebook, you can also send them a link there. We are there. The only social media I don't think we are on is LinkedIn, but we'll see.
But we're huge on MySpace.
We are very. Tom is our number one
MySpace.
fan.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Check out our song. We just redid our background.
Yeah.
New HTML code popped up.
So many things. I love Gabriel's all about this show already. He says he loves the train wreck episode already.
I'm sorry. I
don't know what train wreck he's talking about. This feels right.
This feels right.
Me and Tiffany.
Yeah. So
Tiffany and I pretty much run the show. Daniel's like a side part of it. So I don't know why you think it's a train wreck.
Let's be real. Daniel is apparently a really key part of this show. The two of us were like, let's fuck around and find out. So here we are, fucking around and finding out. All right.
Tiffany's just throwing out those F-bombs right away.
Yeah, man.
Just to remind our guest tonight, because we have a guest that's sitting in the waiting room. Which is super exciting.
We apparently don't care.
But we're letting them know because we didn't get a pre-show moment.
No, and usually we do.
So we're letting them know
that they can
drop
swear
an F-bomb if you want to.
If it aligns with their brand.
Yep.
Obviously, it's ours.
So this is a different show. Tiffany and I are in Miami. Daniel is also here, but not here. But he's here.
And we love him.
This is a weird show for us because we're full screen, which means everyone gets to see us on full screen.
Good luck out there. There's a lot of pores. We aren't 22.
We look great on mini screens, but if you throw us on a big screen, things get really thrown off.
We almost did this in front of a projector, and I was going to Vanna White our slides, but I think that was a good choice to not.
Oh, God. Okay. What else we got going on here? Weekly beer show. Thank you for wishing us to have a great show. I feel like this is the episode where Nate had to do the entire show by himself.
I think this is a little bit better because at least we can go back and forth. I feel like Nate was just talking.
But he did the whole show by himself.
I know.
So if Nate could do on the Weekly Beer show, do the whole show by himself. We can do this together without.
This is very true.
Yeah, we can definitely do the show by ourselves.
Nate is essentially our hero, and we're just trying to channel him right now.
Yeah.
So thanks, Nate.
All right, let's get into this show because
I feel like we've been into the show already.
Are we not?
Yeah, it's going. We've been going.
The show almost doesn't feel like it's been happening. I'm very concerned about this show. It is
happening, and I'm not sorry about it.
No.
Well, we are doing a beer tonight. It's an Italian pilsner, and I'm very excited for the Italian pilsner because it's one of my favorites. But it is from a brewery that you actually went to.
Yeah, so I went to this brewery in Seattle, and this is Wheelie Pop Brewing. Yeah. They're out of Seattle. This is Veloce.
Yeah.
The Italian pilsner.
Yes.
I'm thrilled about this brewery because I went in there. They're part of this Seattle brewery location, which is like this area of Seattle that has breweries on every corner. And so it's like this kind of place where you can have a beer at one brewery, you can walk across the street, have a beer at another brewery, you can walk across the street, have a.
That is so very dangerous.
It's super dangerous. But there's also the part of me that went, how does a brewery survive in this world where there's breweries on every corner? Because here I was just like having a beer and wanting to have like one more beer.
Yeah.
And
you gotta get your steps in.
Yeah, for sure. And I to be honest, I picked Wheelie Pop based off the name.
I mean, solid choice.
It's such a good name. And so I went from one brewery and then I was like, well, I'm going to Wheelie Pop next. And I popped in there.
You popped into Wheelie Pop.
Popped into Wheelie Pop. Did not crash. And they were telling me that they're one of the newer breweries in that block.
Okay.
Which I have to imagine is super scary.
We have someone from the brewery. We could actually ask them this question if we
should we bring them in?
Well, I mean, I think we have a video.
We do it. We have a video of Wheelie Pop. Let's start that. That should probably be the first thing we do.
Probably.
So we're gonna show a video of Wheelie Pop. This is in Seattle. They're at Seattle, Washington. We're gonna show a 30-second video of Wheelie Pop, and then when we get back, we have Jeremy from Wheelie Pop.
Yes.
And Jeremy, just so you know, because we didn't get a chance to talk about it, when we come out of this clip, you're live.
Yeah.
So Gabriel will tear you up.
Well,
he might. We don't know with Gabriel, but Jeremy, be prepared. Let's see Wheelie Pop. Let's do this.
What is happening?
I don't know. Jeremy, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Jeremy, you look like you're in a spaceship based on your background right now.
It's a brewery.
Yeah, but look how spaceship-like it looks.
Is it the blue?
Jeremy, are you flying a spaceship right now, or are you just in your brewery?
It doubles as a spaceship.
Okay.
Yeah, it also flies a spaceship. That's where you brew all your beers, I assume.
Yeah, they brew everything here. Correct.
Yeah, right out of the spaceship. So all Wheelie Pop's beers are brewed in space and then brought down to Earth, I assume.
That's our niche, yeah. You got it. Zero gravity beer.
Jeremy, thank you for running with this gag. I appreciate it. We didn't plan this ahead of time, so thank you.
You gotta have a niche, right? That's it.
I love it. So, Jeremy, thanks for popping on. I really appreciate it. Popping on.
There's gonna be so many Wheelie Pop jokes.
I apologize.
We're gonna say "pop it," I think, a few times.
But no, like seriously, thank you. I appreciate it. I know we're coordinated earlier today, and it was kind of like a last minute thing. So thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome to our show, which hopefully will not be a shit show. In the fact that we are not only in our not in our normal spaces, but we're down a host.
Yeah. So we do apologize, Jeremy. You're only getting the two of us, which I assume you've watched every episode.
Right.
So I
You're
know
very
you know you're missing out on tonight, which is Daniel. But we're actually in Miami. We're brewing a beer today. We brewed a beer today.
Yeah, with Tripping Animals and Knuckle Bump Farms, which me being the person who apparently is on the internet more than I should be. Knuckle Bump Farms is the Emmanuel emu that you may or may not know about, but it's like the emu that knocks. Yeah, it's fine. I see you shaking your head.
Jeremy's got no idea what's going on. This man brews beer. He doesn't keep up with the trends.
Yeah. Your life is probably fuller because of it.
But either way, Jeremy, you're here tonight because I was lucky enough to actually come to Wheelie Pop, I think. And I sat down in Wheelie Pop, had a beer, and asked, I believe it was you when I was there, about hey, I love your brewery. Can we do your beer? And you told me we should do your Talon Pilsner.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think that's a great beer.
He remembers it.
He doesn't have to remember it. I'm not memorable. It's okay.
Actually, I vaguely remember it. How long ago was it? I was going to ask you guys how you got our beer, and then you said that, so it answered it. Are you there? Uh-oh. There we go. You're back.
Wow. I turn your sound down.
Yeah.
And mine.
Jeremy, sorry, we lost a camera. As you can tell, we're having a rough night.
It is. It's gonna be really fun.
Where can we hear him?
My audio is on.
Jeremy, we apologize. It's super unprofessional of us tonight, but we're having a rough night.
I've done Zoom calls for a long time. I've seen it all.
All right.
It's going to create an echo. Hold on.
Here we go.
No, you need to turn your sound down. We are going to work on this. Wait.
Sorry.
Oh, no.
What do we have to do?
I don't know what's going on. Okay, what about that? Turn your sound down. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Jeremy, we apologize.
What is happening?
No worries.
Do you hear us now?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Thank goodness.
All right, sorry, Jeremy. We apologize.
We have been filming all day on our camera, and
the battery died, but we had a backup just in case. So
thank goodness we had a backup.
Thank God. That would have been rude. All right, Jeremy. I had your beer. So I came into Wheelie Pop when I was in Seattle, and I remember talking to you about it because I remember being so impressed by
Wojtek and Moreno failed to qualify, and all the others who came to Brazil failed even to pre-qualify and get to the official practice. They included...
Sorry, you guys hear that?
Where's that audio coming from? Are you now screwing us up, Jeremy?
That was me that time. I was all at the same time. I'm streaming a Formula One race, and for whatever reason, the audio just turned on.
Oh, good.
I love that was you. So
I thought it was me, and I was like, "What was I watching? Like, what pop-up?"
It just.
Oh my God!
It took me a while. I'm like, who's the British guy talking? Yeah. Anyway, all right.
It's me.
That's classic.
Okay.
God.
We're here. We're making this work. Sorry, Jeremy. We apologize. We are normally much more set up for this. But this is actually
this is my favorite.
This is my favorite episode.
I think this is going to be
this is going down in the history of my favorite.
Okay, so you had the beer. You talked to Jeremy at the bar. You recommended the Veloce as one of your favorites.
Yeah, so I've been to Wheelie Pop, and I will say, Jeremy, one of the main reasons I went to Wheelie Pop was literally just the name. So I'd love to hear how the name came about, because like I love just going to breweries, and there's so many in that region. But I literally looked at the map and went, Wheelie Pop, I'm going there. So tell me about how that name came about.
Cool. So Mark and I, we're two of the owners, the two main owners, with along
This
with
is
our
a
wives.
trivia question.
Both of us used to race motorcycles. That's kind of how we met. Well, we met through our kids when they were, I don't know, 3 or 4 years old, kind of in that age. And we raced, and then I got him into racing motorcycles. And our kids could never remember the phrase "pop a wheelie," so they would ask us to do wheel pops, and so we turned wheel pop out of a night of drinking when we were trying to think of what we were going to name the place into Wheelie Pop because we thought it sounded cool. And we just figured we'd go with that. So
It does sound cool.
We literally had that conversation right before we started where I was like, isn't it Papa Wheelie?
Yeah.
And I was like, how'd they end up at, so your kids literally just couldn't remember the term Papa Wheelie and you turned it into Wheelie Pop?
Yeah, they were I want to say they were around 5 years old and they would call them wheel pops. Whether it didn't matter if you're on a bicycle, whatever, like do a wheel pop. And so we just thought it was funny. So it sounded cool.
It's great.
I mean, I love that you created that, even though it's clearly the wrong term.
Oh,
But no.
Having children of my own, I love the like terms and words that they came up with like every time because it is just like where, how, what, like what were you thinking when that was your thing?
I mean, it clearly worked because I only went to your brewery based off the name. So the name Wheelie Pop sold me right away. So I guess it worked.
Yeah. Cool.
How have you found that experience? You are the new brewery in town. How has been it with all the other breweries within a few blocks of your place?
Yeah, so I think there are 10 breweries within about 3 blocks. And I think there's 13 if you expand that another 2 or 3 blocks beyond that. So yeah, all within walking distance. We think it's pretty good because I mean it's becoming a destination, in the city. So when people want to go have some beer, they don't have to pick where they go. They just come to the Ballard Brewing District. Ballard's a part of Seattle. It's like a neighborhood, and you can basically just walk around. And so it's great if one of the older, really popular breweries, for instance, has an event, it might draw a whole bunch of people to the area, and almost assuredly we're busy that day as well because they do their thing and then they just start wandering around, and pretty soon, they're just people flooding the whole area. So from that standpoint, it's pretty good. We actually, it's a good part of town because there's a lot of, well, at least there used to be a lot of warehouse type buildings, which are good for brewing. And so I think that's how it started. And now I think when people open breweries, they actually want to be in this part of town because of that. That's why we picked it. I mean, a building came available and we were looking at all sorts of places and we just thought, yeah, we should be there. So
was there something that, with all those breweries in that area, was there something that you knew as Wheelie Pop that you could bring to the neighborhood that wasn't there already?
Yeah, I mean, we just bring our take on things, I think is the way to put it. Like, we don't specialize. I mean, some of the breweries specialize in certain types of beer. One in particular does farmhouse styles, and that's it.
Daniel was here.
He would have just.
He would ask you all these questions about that. He loves some farmhouse.
We can't be talking about another brewer right now.
And they make great beer, but we didn't open trying to do that. We just opened just wanting to make beer that we like to drink, figuring it's just another option. Everybody's beer, even if everybody makes IPAs, for instance, they all taste a little bit different, right? Because we all kind of do our own take on it. And we make it differently. So I would say our thing is all of our beers, we don't do any hazy IPAs. We stick with more West Coast style IPAs, and a lot of our beers tend to be a little bit lower in alcohol.
Always good.
Because I like to drink more than 1 or 2 when I have a beer. And we try to make all of our beers really clean and crisp and drinkable.
Awesome.
That's our niche, I guess. It's not like wildly different than everybody else.
Yeah. And I do remember coming into the brewery, having a flight. I think all the beers were just like so easy, drinkable, so like wonderful. And I think that's why when I walked out, I was like, we got to have these guys on the show. Because like, we love that. We love like I love to have like a a selection of beers that I can drink.
Right.
That I don't have one and I'm like, oh God, I can't drink anymore.
Yeah, like I all of a sudden need Tums, or like I have a headache because I just had like an 8.5%, 9%, and I'm like, well, great, now this is my life.
Yeah, I was able to have a flight and then be like, I still want more beers.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key. And I think you killed that concept. I think it was great.
That's my goal. I mean, any beer we make, I don't ever want to make a beer that might taste great, but you can only drink half a glass of, or whatever.
Yeah. I am so for that.
Yeah, we absolutely are. So we're gonna get into some trivia now. Do you have time to stick around with us a little bit, Jeremy, to play some trivia with us?
I actually got to get going pretty soon. I'm helping work the bar tonight.
We understand.
Well, we've already covered at least
a few of those questions,
1 or 2 of them. So let's see what we can get through, and then is there anything that you want to plug before you peace out? Like upcoming events, new beers you've got coming out.
I will say it's fresh hop season up here in the Pacific Northwest, which is so we have we made 2 this year, which is super cool. We made a Strata version and Idaho 7, and the Idaho 7 will come out in the next week or 2, probably next week if it clears fast enough. It's actually a cold IPA, which is a style
an IPL.
An IPL. An IPL or a common beer is probably the technical term, but cold IPA is what everybody's.
It's what everyone wants to call them because that sounds cooler.
Yeah, we actually called our first cold IPA an IPL, and it didn't sell as well. So we just changed the name and watched the sales increase. So we all right, cold IPA it is.
Yeah, I have heard the same thing from other breweries in our area that are just like, we called it an IPL. Everyone goes like, what is that? Which, for the record, IPLs are my favorite. I love a hoppy lager in general because the lagers are usually clean and crisp, and then you add a little bit more hops to it, and it's like a slightly more powerful pale lager.
Mm.
Yeah, my favorite style too. Clean, crisp, and hoppy. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's my jam. So I'm glad that it's becoming a thing, but I'm sad that we had to change it to a cold IPA because no one knows that lagers ferment cold or on the bottom. Doesn't matter. Fine. I'm not mad about this at all.
Jeremy doesn't seem mad about it either.
No.
It is what it is, right? You just got to roll with it. I don't mind.
Well, let's see what kind of history and facts we can get through real fast, and then let us
just
know.
let us know when you need to bounce. We're just gonna do a quick history and facts, and we're gonna learn some things about your brewery. Is that all right?
Yeah, I'll stick around for a few.
Here we go. All right, that's our amazing
nice intro.
Yeah,
that just gets you going. Yeah, that gets you excited about history and facts. That's what it's there for. All right, let's do it.
we already did this one.
All right,
it's false.
What?
Next.
Did we already do this one?
Yeah, it's a pet name for Push Pops. We already know it's the kid name.
All right, moving on.
I think we probably know this one too. But what is not one of the things that brought Jeremy and Mark together to start Wheelie Pop?
I'm going with surfing.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Jeremy. We've answered some of these.
This is good though.
All right, here's a good one.
Okay.
All right.
True or false, Wheelie Pop is served in at least 18 different restaurants and bottle shops around their local area.
Oh.
So as a new brewery, do you think that they are
18 different restaurants and bottle shops?
Yeah.
Jeremy, I'm gonna throw my trust in you here. I'm going true on this one. I think Jeremy's killing it right now. Jeremy, tell us how many different restaurants and bottle shops are you in right now?
That is true. Right now, I think we have about 41 accounts right now.
41?
Yeah, I mean they don't all order every week, but we're in 41 places off and on.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
That's some solid distribution and canning. You guys must be canning all the time.
Yeah, we can every week.
Yeah.
Good idea, but we gotta do it.
Well, I don't think anyone loves canning because when you have the head of production, people are always like, ugh, it's just the same thing, and yeah.
Just for a quick question, since I've got you here, how is the Veloce Italian Pilsner out of those 18? Is that just going in everywhere?
This is question 3.
Is this the one? Oh, sorry. Well, either way, is this one in all of them? Is this your big one?
No, I wouldn't say it's our big one. It's pretty popular with our wholesale. IPAs tend to be the most popular, and oddly, our amber actually is really popular too.
I do love ambers.
Quite a few places have the Italian Pilsner too.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know what an Italian Pilsner is, which is interesting. They think it's like a Peroni or something, which is not true.
Interesting.
So then explain to me, what is an Italian Pilsner if I don't know what it is?
It's basically a dry hop German Pilsner that uses noble hops.
Yes.
German
And
hops.
Pilsner comes from Pilsen, and it's just the Italian version of them trying to do a Pilsner, which is from Pilsen. And Jeremy, please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of the beers that you try to recreate from those actual spots in Germany, you need to really create based on the pH balance of the water there. And so if you don't add the right amount of salts and things to like get the right level of water, then it's going to taste drastically different. And so the Italian Pilsners is just using the water there. And so it actually changes the flavor around, but then they also do dry hop it as well. It's just a slightly different process.
Yeah, I think the dry hop's the biggie part of it. I mean, the water is, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dry hop's the biggie. The story that I read was the brewer, and I'm hoping to go there this summer, but the brewer tried to make a German Pils, wasn't happy with it, so he dry hopped it.
Interesting.
And that's what made it an Italian Pilsner?
Yeah.
It was really popular, so it kind of stuck. And then Firestone Walker picked it up. Matt Brindleson was over there and thought it was such a great beer, made his own version.
Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome. Well, we have a thing where after question 3, we get to try the beer. So we haven't actually tried it yet. So while we have you on, I definitely want to chat about like what we're like tasting. And
unfortunately, we're in an Airbnb, which means we don't have a glass choice. So we do apologize.
I am drinking out of an espresso cup.
And I'm drinking out of a sparkly champagne cup. So we do apologize for what we are drinking out of.
I don't apologize this. Where's your bat? Did you even bring the bat?
The bat's here. I don't know where it is.
We forgot the bat.
We're going to get there.
When did you get these? I don't remember how long ago you were in.
So I was there it's been about a month and a half.
Okay.
So it's not long.
Right. Okay, cool.
And I've held on to them until we arrived here, and I brought them to them, and I said, we got to try this brewery.
Cheers.
Cheers. We're going to try this, and we're going to go into the next question as we talk about the beer.
Yes.
Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. On Sundays, ooh, that's tasty.
It is.
On Sundays, Wheelie Pop airs what sport?
Ooh.
A, NASCAR, B, MotoGP, or C, American football?
See, this is a challenge because I know they're motorcycle based. So MotoGP sounds like something they would be doing. So, but it's also Sundays. I mean, how do you not show football on Sunday?
It's not year round.
This is a very confusing thing. I'm going with MotoGP because I think they're going to stick to their motorcycle style.
Well,
Jeremy.
Gabriel's going with
Gabriel.
curling.
What's Gabriel going? He's going with curling. Jeremy, I assume you're showing curling on Sunday because that's what our audience wants to know.
Curling is a close second, but yeah.
It's a second. That's fair. So close, Gabriel.
That's the second adrenaline sport that we like to show is curling.
Awesome. Well,
We
let's.
actually did show curling during the Olympics. It's kind of like watching Bob Ross paint, right? You're watching curling like I can't stop.
It
It's
is.
true.
It is extremely like it's the one sport that I'm like, okay, I can watch this. That and like downhill skiing are like my two favorite as far as winter sports go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Jeremy.
So
What are
before
you
we let you
actually
leave,
showing
and I have problems.
besides curling?
Oh, we already answered. I'm sorry, we did not answer.
MotoGP. We show all forms of racing. We've even showed Japanese scooter racing, which is pretty comical to watch.
Tell me more about this Japanese scooter racing.
No, I want to hear more
need-
about this beer.
No, I want. Oh, fine. We'll get into the beer. All right.
I need to let Jeremy leave.
All right. Well, yeah, Jeremy, we know you got to get going. I'm more interested in Japanese racing, but Tiffany wants to know about the beer on a beer show.
Crazy.
How dare she? Tell us a little bit about this Italian Pilsner. What should we be getting from this? What should we be smelling? What should we be tasting? Tell us about it.
So good.
So that beer uses all malt from the Skagit Valley, which is about an hour north of us. So
Okay.
it uses a malt called Franzen Bohemian Pilsner. So it's a malt that was brought over from, I believe, the Czech Republic, or a grain that was brought over. And then the farms in Skagit Valley rotate the barley crops through to keep their fields healthy, and essentially. So it's nice because of that. I think it's a completely local malt. And then for the hops, it uses German Pearl, and with just a little bit of Sterling, which is an American version of the Saaz hop, and German Tradition. But I think the main thing you're going to get is the Pearl, which should give you kind of a spicy, kind of an earthy, spicy flavor, which I really like that part of Noble Hops. And then from the graininess, hopefully you're getting some crackery grain notes, and then it's fermented with just a pretty neutral lager yeast. So yeah.
Wow.
It's good.
Yeah.
So I actually made you try some Pilsner grain earlier today. Do you remember?
Oh, right. Yeah.
So we're brewing, and I always like to taste the grain to see kind of like what those flavors are. And the wheat and the Pilsner malts that we were using had two very different cracker tastes. This one has the second one I made you taste.
Yeah.
But it's like a little bit more of like a sweet cracker with like more so than the wheat one at least. But yeah, the cracker. Ooh, my voice is going away.
That's all right.
Let me just drink some more beer. It's been a long day. We also were belting Christina Aguilera on the drive home, and I think that may have been another reason Danny went to bed.
Yeah, but that's on our Christina Aguilera podcast that we do.
That's
so
true,
let's
true.
get back to the.
No, but the cracker flavor is delicious. Yeah, it's got a slight like pepperiness to it.
Yeah.
I like this beer.
Yeah, we're very into this beer.
I wish we had more.
Thanks. Shoot me an email. I'll see if I can send you some on the next time.
Well, we also have Daniel's because he's not here, so we can crack that
but
open.
I feel like maybe we should let him try it tomorrow so we can at least check it in. We'll film his review tomorrow.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Again, this is a phenomenal beer, Jeremy. Again, thank you for coming on. I apologize for keeping you longer than I'm sure you wanted to be here.
Quite all right. No biggie. I'm sure.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Glad you like the beer.
It's so good.
Yeah.
We will
definitely be giving this a. So after you leave, we're going to give it a review. We kick you out before that, so that you don't just sit through us reviewing your beer.
Well, we also use every brewer's favorite. We use Untapped. So
which we assume you love Untapped.
Every morning as soon as I get out of bed, actually.
You just read some Untapped reviews about your beer. It makes sense.
I don't even like IPAs. I don't like IPAs like 1.5. Like, why did you one, purchase an IPA? Two, why are you rating an IPA if you don't like it? Just don't rate it.
One of the brewers around here, he makes a peanut butter stout, and one of his Untapped reviews, which he printed out and hung on the wall, says something to the effect of, "I don't really like stouts, and I'm not a fan of peanut butter, so I tried this beer, and I didn't like it. 2 stars." He rated it.
See,
that's our exact thing about the Untapped.
And
we're really we do think about the brewers before we give our scores. And we base it off of
we rate it against its own style.
So
like one, it's still like a personal rating, but two, like I'm not going to rate this Pilsner against a stout because they're not the same. I rated it against other Italian Pilsners. I don't rate it against other like regular Pilsners because again, each rated against its own style. And if you don't like the beer, just don't freaking put a number on it.
No. But that's the confusion about the Untapped thing.
We've
had a lot of we've had a lot of conversations about the rules of the but Jeremy, we are going to probably score this beer very high. We're very excited about this. We're so thankful that you came on. And I think I keep telling them that I got to bring them up to Seattle to go to that area because there's so many breweries all in one spot. Wheelie Pop will be our stop for sure.
Cool. Well,
we'll let you
guys.
We appreciate you coming on. We really do.
Thank you. And, good luck running the bar tonight.
All right. Yeah. Good times. All right.
Thanks so much, Jeremy. We'll talk to you soon.
All
right.
Good luck. We will need it.
All right. Well, God,
Things are going
it's
great.
so nice to talk to people, though.
Because
so,
otherwise
you know
it's just
what?
the two of us talking
It's
to
nice
each
to,
other.
it's nice to
Oh.
talk to a brewery without Daniel, because Daniel's a talker. Gab, gab, gab.
We could not let
And-
Jeremy go. The two of us just kept pulling him back in.
You know what, though? You know what we got to do next, which I'm very excited about, because I think this is going to be a high scoring.
Oh yeah, we're gonna review
It's
it.
going to be. We got to review this beer. All right, let's review it. All right, so tonight we are reviewing Veloce Italian Pilsner from Wheelie. Jeez.
We're
This is going
reviewing
great.
Veloce
Veloce.
Italian Pilsner from Wheelie Pop out of Seattle, Washington.
Just when I thought Tiffany couldn't announce things, there we are. Wheelie Pop, Seattle. This is.
Someone's got to hold this
I'm
fucking shit show
excited about
together,
this beer
man.
because this is a good.
But does it bat? I don't know because
We
you
were not-
forgot the bat.
Do you want me to get up and get the bat?
No, it's fine.
Does everyone else want me to get up and get the bat? Comment section.
Let's take a quick vote.
Take a quick vote. Does everyone want me to go get the bat and just leave Tiffany here by herself to talk to you?
This sounds like a great idea.
This sounds like what everyone
Can we move
wants.
this closer now that we're using as backup? Hold on. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. We should probably
It's a great
we
idea.
should just let it be.
Wait, this way.
All right. So Andrew apparently wants the bat. So I'm going to leave you by yourself.
That's fine.
So
That's
enjoy
fine.
it. Review the beer. I'll be right back to you.
Andrew says bat, please.
Good luck.
Yeah. All right. So obviously this is a fantastic show. I 100% apologize to Wheelie Pop because they deserve better and we did not give it to them. But that is fine. Obviously Phil and I are totally nailing it. Ow! That actually kind of hurt.
All right. Let's find out if the Italian Pilsner from Wheelie Pop bats, which is what everyone's here for
Yes.
at the end of the day.
It's really
It's what everyone
not
wants
only
to know.
does it taste great out of this
Out of a
sparkly
champagne glass.
flute
And
and this espresso cup, a
Okay.
very large espresso cup. Do you need assistance?
no, I
Can
got it.
help you?
I actually really love to hear your review about this because I know you're a Pilsner fan.
Mhm.
Are you an Italian Pilsner fan?
I
What are you-
do, because it's like a slightly poppier version. So Pilsners are usually really clean. They are very easy drinking beers. In the same regard that I really like IPLs or the like hoppier variant of that like clean lager. The Italian Pilsner is like just a slightly hoppier Pilsner.
Okay.
It hits all the notes that I like. It's slightly bitter, much like Daniel. I love that he's not here to like defend himself.
No, he's not, but I enjoyed it. Okay, so as far as all right, I'm gonna play dumb here because that's what I do best.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm very good at playing dumb. It's called me. And all right, so at the end of the day, Italian Pilsner versus a Pilsner.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
So one is brewed in Italy.
Sure, but they brewed this in Seattle,
Right.
so that's why I'm getting.
So I kind of
how
went
come
over
they
this
could
a
call it an
little
Italian
bit
Pilsner?
earlier. So one, the water content is going to be different, and that is depending on where you go. In Germany, they make very different beers, and so the water does play a role. When we brewed the Dortmunder with Virginia Beer Company 6 months or so ago, we had to like add a couple different types of salt and things to make it get to the very traditional Dortmunder.
Yeah. But even then, we had to call it the Dortmunder
Style, because it's not made out of Dortmund.
So how did they get away with Italian Pilsner in this case?
So that's a really good question, and I'm actually not entirely
You're not
sure.
It might have been
So the same
might
thing
have
of
been a
like,
question for Jeremy.
well, so with the like Oktoberfest, you have to say Oktoberfest style or Barzen because anything that is labeled as an Oktoberfest has to be brewed within the like walls, so to speak. Oh,
Yeah.
Putting
Sorry.
that back.
I'm
Okay.
gonna spill this if I
You
don't
gotta
get
like
out.
warn me when you're gonna get up, and I'm like, be
No,
here
you got
alone
it.
on camera.
You got it. All right.
No, so the Oktoberfest has to be brewed within the walls of Berlin. Not Berlin.
October.
Not Berlin.
No?
That's a different wall.
No, different October. Fest.
We have been drinking all day, and you guys are asking a lot of questions. / just Phil.
Just
But no, so it's dry hopped. Let's just
Okay.
go with dry hopped. Not only is the water different and whatever, but all the Italians did not like throw a fit over like we can't
over
call
the
it
style because of the rules in Germany, which we've gone over so many times.
We have, and I'm really impressed that you remember them.
Ryan's
Geheimel.
She knew it, nailed it.
Yeah.
So they don't have that rule in Italian.
In
Italian,
there is no rule in Italian.
Okay, so this is just like their take on
the Pilsner,
which, to be honest, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah,
this Italian style Pilsner is very good.
It is. It is.
So I guess that comes down to our review time.
It is. Are we still live? Okay, good.
Who knows? I hope not. But we're okay. All right. So, Tiffany, give me your score. So we do a score on Untapped. It's a 0 to 5 review on Untapped.
Bottle caps.
Bottle caps. Big brewery fan of this. What is your score on this Italian Pilsner?
So
Wheelie Pop.
This is extremely clean. It does have that like really nice bitter dry hopped quality to it at the very end. I think it's solid. I'm gonna give it a 4. Like this is a really well done. I could easily drink more of these in the sense that they are pretty crushable, but still have enough of like a flavor profile that it's not basic. Does that make sense?
Totally.
So it's definitely like a relatively high as far as like the score goes.
No, it's a great score.
But yeah, I think it's a 4.
Yeah, I think I'm in that same realm as you in the sense of I don't know. I think some of these Pilsners, these lagers, some of these are very like well done, basic. Like I don't want to call it basic, right. But like it's simple. There's no like extra adjuncts. They're doing exactly what I want.
Yep.
But does it deserve a 5 in that aspect? And that's what throws me off.
I know it's always hard with the
with the non like overly creative beers. Like this is a Pilsner. Like what can you deliver a 5 Pilsner?
I mean, you should be able to, in theory, based on our rating score. And now you're making me question my score.
I don't think your score is unfair.
I don't think so either.
I think this is a style.
See, am I gonna like remember this beer in 7 months from now? Of like, I need another one of those beers.
No, absolutely not. But are you gonna remember any Pilsner? And I think that for me is where the question comes in. It's like
I'm trying to remember like what beers I've rated really high.
They're always something interesting, right?
Yeah, they are.
So it's like there
was a really good amber from Santa Cruz Mountain Brewing that I like freaking digged.
Yeah.
There was a coffee.
I mean, we gave
coffee Kolsch or something like that.
Imperial Stout a 5 on the show, but
that was very good.
But that was not just a stout; it was something special.
Yeah.
So I go, would a Pilsner that was something special blow me out of the water to the point where it gets a 5, or does the Pilsner itself just not give me a 5?
I freaking love Pilsners though.
You love them, but do you love them because they're because of what they are? Yes. I mean, if someone delivers me a Pilsner that is a 5, what made it a 5? Is it because it had something that made it not a Pilsner? There's a lot of like
very existential questions be asking me at 8:44
I think it's
p.m.
fair. I think
after a day of brewing and drinking.
I think this is a fair question when it comes to, because we've had Pilsners, we have some lagers where we're like, they're so good, but it's like, does the Pilsner itself ever give you a 5? And I think it's a great concept.
Listen,
of like,
let's go to the comments.
Is anyone else? I mean,
is it just Phil?
Gabriel's saying that I'm basic, which makes sense.
Is this the one night stand of beers?
Oh, and I think that's a fair question, Andrew. Thank you.
What do you think, Andrew?
Is it the one night stand of beer? But no, because one night stands could be bad or good.
What if they're always good?
But
they're not like, holy shit, I'm not going to call him back for a second, because you're still having sex in theory.
It's still good. Yeah, it's a good. Even if it's a good night.
You just don't want to necessarily call him back again.
So they're the one night stand.
Yeah.
It was, but one night stands could also be a fucking sour, and yours like never again. So that's. God, Andrew says the answer is yes. So this is apparently the one night stand of beer.
Not this particular beer.
Not this beer, but Pilsner's
the
style. So I'm not going to go right there with you. I'm giving this a 4 as well. I think it's such a 4. There's nothing.
Your mom's a 4.
Yeah. Wait. Why did I yell?
4 out of 4.
Okay.
4
No.
out of 4.
I think Pilsners in general, I don't think a Pilsner can give me much more than a 4. I don't think I'm ever going to have a Pilsner that's going to
What about an Italian Pilsner?
4.5. Oh, is this an Italian? 4.5 then. It's just, it's such a good beer, but it did bad. Okay. I will say.
I forgot to ask.
Very much batted.
I'm glad you got that.
Pilsners always are going to bat. So I'm going to give it a 4 as well, which without Daniel? No, Daniel's not here.
I think he also gives it a 4.
The show itself, we're going to give it a show score of 4, which to me for a Pilsner in general is...
Oh, I forgot to fix this again.
Oh, don't bring it up. I have not had time. I've been busy.
Brewing beer.
I love that we're currently Tiffany and Phil as backup.
Yep.
We, just in case anyone's wondering if we weren't working it out tonight, now you know it's on the screen as backup.
Yeah, we are the backup team.
4. Great
Solid
score
4.
for a beer. I mean, this is a great beer.
It is.
I have no complaints about this beer.
It's a fantastic beer.
So thank you to Wheelie Pop out of Seattle for coming on and having this Italian Pilsner with us. We've got one more section of this show to get through.
Well, we also have been telling people that we're going to show them something really cool.
Yeah, they're going to have to stick around to the end.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, but you're going to stick around until the end.
Okay.
To get a preview of what is going on our TikTok later today.
Okay.
Right now, we got one more section.
Okay.
And then this is like the Good
Just
Morning America show. It's like this is like the Good Morning America show where they tell you about something that's going to be super exciting.
And you wait until the very end, and you're like, I'm sorry, you just did what to that?
And you're so disappointed by the end. You're like,
or it's like, oh, great.
Great. Vegetables are good for you. Is what you find out. You didn't know.
I had no idea I should be eating more green things.
All right.
Yeah, I need you to get on this, man.
Oh, gosh. All right. So this is the portion of the show where we talk about things that just may not be beer.
Yeah.
We just talk about anything.
Things we wish for beer.
And if any of you out there have anything that you wish was beer, whether or not because it could be delicious or because you wish it was beer because it sucks, and if it was beer, it would taste better.
True.
Put it in the comment section. We'll bring you on.
We won't bring you on. We'll just put your
we'll bring a comment on. No, we are not in a position to bring anyone on the show
I don't
at this
think
point.
we are capable.
If Daniel's not here, we can't survive.
No.
With anyone else.
If any one of us is missing, it's a weird episode.
Very strange.
Yeah.
So Gabriel, get your camera ready. We're bringing you on.
No.
No.
No, we are not.
No.
No.
Oh.
Love you, but no.
Tiffany, what do you wish was beer this week?
I wish. I wish Daniel being here was beer because I'm currently enjoying a beer, and it would be cooler if I was enjoying a beer with Daniel. No offense, Phil.
Wow.
I wish he was here so that we could have the trio. It would have been the first time all 3 of us were in one shot. That would have been cool.
Yeah, I feel really welcome now. Yeah.
I mean, I'm stoked you're here too, but
no, it's cool.
Kind of having sex with that one, so.
All right, we weren't going to bring that up on the show, but let's see what Gabriel wishes was beer this week.
No. I think he has already said this one.
Is Gabriel repeating himself?
I think so.
What did he say?
Have we tried beer from Stigma? I don't think so.
No.
Chris?
Have y'all tried beer from... Where is Stigma out of, Chris? Do you know where Stigma's out of?
I'm assuming it's also in Seattle area. Hold on, I could Google this.
I have not had Stigma yet, but while you're Googling that, let's find out what Gabriel wishes was beer, which is Gabriel wishes that his marriage was beer because beer always goes down smooth anytime instead of having to wait for your birthday or Christmas. Thanks, Gabriel.
Yeah.
Thanks for keeping the show positive.
Always positive.
But Chris says that Stigma is in our mouth. All right. Thank you, Chris. That was super helpful. Stigma nuts in your mouth. Killing it.
Killing
it, Chris.
Right into that one.
Oh, I gladly walked into that one. I'm not mad about that one. All right. Andrew, he LOLs to what he wishes was beer, which is fantastic.
It's fine. It's fine. We just...
Yeah.
He's nuts. What do you wish was beer, Phil?
So this week, I wish that all of us being together is beer, because this has
fucking
been.
stole my shit.
I know, but you didn't say it. So
I think
you
I
were
did.
talking about traffic or something. I wasn't listening.
I was trying to give
I
directions.
think it was weather. I think that's what you brought up, or is that Daniel's thing?
I don't know.
Daniel normally brings up rain.
Yeah, like it's just too humid.
Oh,
Or
that's nice, Andrew. You're talking about D's nuts as well. Andrew wishes that we were beer because we're very refreshing.
we are refreshing.
Thank
This
you.
is what a shit show looks like.
Yeah, which is very refreshing. Goes out smooth.
Anyone wants some real people on the internet? We've got you.
So I wish that this whole experience of being together, and this week was our first time brewing a beer, all of us.
Yes.
Which was super, and I think Daniel got super excited.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think that's why he's not.
Well, so
at the show.
for the record, Daniel made this entire thing happen.
He
He reached
did.
out to everyone, and I don't think we can give him quite enough credit.
No.
To be honest, like he deserves all of it.
He made this happen, and unlike the Today Show, we're going to reveal what was super exciting about today.
And it is going to be exciting.
It is. If you're, I mean, it is if you're on social media. If you're not,
If
then
you're not-
going to be very confused.
You should still be excited.
No, you're going to be super confused about what any of this means.
Well,
But if you're on it, God, Tiffany, very aggressive.
yeah, it's whatever.
So
Roll that beautiful footage.
we'll
man.
roll it and then we'll talk about it. But we have a collaboration coming out.
We've talked about it last time.
That's super exciting.
We talked about it last
And
time.
so this will be up on our TikTok later tonight, maybe.
Whenever
We'll
we
see.
decide
Enjoy.
to put it on.
What's up, guys? Taylor Blake here from Knuckle Bump Farms. I'm here at Tripping Animals Brewery with the Wish You Were Beer show. Luckily, I don't have any tripping animals messing me up today. Thankfully, Daniel, don't. Daniel, don't do it. Do not.
So if you know who that is, that's Taylor Blake from Knuckle Bump Farms.
All right. Okay.
We're brewing a beer with Taylor.
Emmanuel, don't do it. So, if you are not familiar with Emmanuel Todd Lopez, the emu,
That's his government
that
name.
is his
Official,
government name.
yeah.
Yes. He is an emo who is owned.
Emo?
Who is owned
Is
by
he-
Taylor,
Okay.
who you just saw, and she is the face of Knuckle Bump Farms, and it is a fantastic hobby farm where they breed mini Highland cows, and they also have emus, and emus are usually jerks. Emmanuel is
He's not.
totally a jerk.
That's not what we hear.
He's a sweet boy. But he is kind of a big fan of being on camera. So Taylor will usually do some sort of she's doing some sort of teaching people about the farm or trying to explain, I don't know.
She's trying to give people knowledge about a farm,
Right.
and what it's like to own a hobby farm, and then Emmanuel interrupts.
Always. He walks into the
Much
camera.
like Daniel.
She likes to say it's animals against education.
Yeah.
So anyway, we forced Daniel to be an emu earlier.
Yeah, really pushed him to do it.
Yeah.
He was pretty upset about it.
Yeah, obviously. He was
so-
like, I'm sorry, you need me to what? I went to school for this.
So today we are at Tripping Animals. We
Yes.
brewed a beer today.
Yes.
Or we brewed.
Yeah, we brewed a beer today.
Yeah. There's shots of us doing stuff
Yeah.
at the brewery. And we had Taylor there, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, and her girlfriend Christian is
Yes.
fantastic. Love them. So tomorrow we're actually driving up to their farm to go meet the animals.
The animals.
Very excited.
And then in 2
More to
weeks,
come.
we're gonna have beer.
Yeah, in 2 weeks our beer will come out. Are we allowed to talk about it?
We're not allowed to say anything else. We have a beer in 2 weeks.
We didn't sign anything.
With Tripping Animals and
Okay, we won't-
Knuckle
we won't
Bumps.
talk
But stay tuned
Yeah.
because our TikTok's
This
about to blow
chair
up.
keeps making a lot of noise.
It's not the chair. That's just Tiffany. All right. Wait, did you not meet Emmanuel? We're meeting Emmanuel potentially tomorrow.
Yes.
We were at a brewery today. You can't bring an emu
That's
a brewery.
why Daniel was there.
Yeah.
She couldn't bring.
That's why Daniel
Emmanuel.
passed out. He was so upset about it.
He was.
He was like, if I'm not beating Emmanuel, I'm passing out and calling
Fuck
it a
this.
night.
Yeah. Fuck around, find out.
All right. So follow us for the upcoming weeks because we've got
Yes.
really exciting things happening. We're
Yeah.
going to be posting some amazing reels, which we also shot today
Mm-hmm.
together. We brewed today. We've got a lot of footage that I have to somehow edit.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. And just tomorrow we'll post some other stuff live on our Instagram.
Yeah, we'll be at Knuckle Bump tomorrow.
Yes.
So follow us on social media. That's how you say it.
So if you go to our website, wishyourbeershow.com, all of our socials are linked there. We also have all of our past episodes. We have some pretty sweet merch. We have a shirt for
How
every
dare you.
show.
We were so close to not talking about it.
I
And yet Tiffany
know.
brings it up to just like rub it in my face.
I don't think I rubbed it in your face. I think I
Like,
just was saying we
Oh,
usually
Phil,
have
you normally
one.
come up with a show, but
It's
you
been
were
a
like,
long
it's like you
week,
were
man.
traveling or something.
Yeah, it's been a long week. It's fine.
We'll
I
have a
didn't
show
say
for
that
that.
we didn't have. I wasn't going to be like, oh, Phil didn't make a shirt last
Well,
week.
if people go on wishyourbeershow.com, they're going to know I didn't
No.
make a shirt
No,
this
they're
week.
not.
But I'm going to make one, and then we're going to have one for next week, which is probably going to be Daniel in a silhouette, just not here.
It'll just be like the two of us.
Yeah,
We're
just
gonna
do
use
it.
our emojis, and then we'll just have like
Confused.
the standard face where it's like just like the.
Isn't this the
Wait.
Daniel show? What do we do?
I know he always closes us out, and I'm over here trying to struggle my way through it. I think I was doing okay.
We got a show next week. Next week, we are doing another beer next week. What are we doing? Tiffany, do you know?
Yes, we talked about it.
Did we?
Yep.
It's this beer right here.
Yeah, but Brimley from Trapdoor Brewing.
I'm excited about this beer.
I am as well.
So this is Brimley.
Yes.
If you got a mustache, bring it to the show because
I
Brimley is here to
do
go.
Have a mustache.
Yeah? Do you have diabetes?
I do not.
Yeah. Well, if you got diabetes, this is the show for you.
Depending on how much sugar we eat this week, I might. We'll see. Yes. Anyway, stay tuned for more fun things. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video for sure. But to all the other ones, if you'd like to see more professional, polished shows, promise we will not.
This feels really polished and professional.